Hello everyone. So I briefly touched yesterday because it is the main topic at the moment, and again, this is kind of endangering neutrality in sending weapons to a country at war with another country. So basically, taking one side, and obviously, Ireland should, obviously, it's neutral stats Ireland should take. Obviously, denounce war and obviously ask for peace. That's obviously Ireland's main goal. It shouldn't be getting involved sending weapons. And obviously, I agree. I think the government won't do this, but a lot of TDs and other people asking, saying, why should the government not send these anti-tank weapons? Um, and Ireland has 2,000 of them. I'm surprised that we actually have 2,000 in the state anti-tank weapons in the Irish Defence Forces. But the same, we should send them all over to Ukraine and leave no anti-tank weapons in the Republic of Ireland. So basically, would be utterly no weapon, none of these anti-tank weapons left. Now, I'm assuming they mean to send all of them. Um, I did some hundred. So they're talking about probably send them all. It looks like they are because they're not too specific. So there is 2,000, but it looks like they want to send them all. Some people. But at the end of the day, and this is the thing we need to understand: the United States, UK have probably said 50 times more than that. They probably have said 15, 16,000 of this alone. Particularly the United States, they have unlimited equipment, quite literally unlimited equipment to give to other countries, particularly guns and things. As you know, America is just a big military industry. Like, look what happened in Afghanistan, the amount of equipment they just left in Afghanistan. And the amount of equipment they still have in the United States Army, they have unlimited equipment, they have unlimited, like this military defense spending for the United States is more than Ireland's defense spending. It's the foundation of the state. Actually, no, that's it's actually above and beyond any other country the United States military spending. So yeah, I don't think I should. I think we should keep them in our country at the moment. I know that some might sound selfish, but again, that's neutrality. You don't send weapons to other country, even though the other country's defended itself. There's other countries sending weapons. There's other European countries that are not neutral. Ireland is a neutral country. People saying Ukraine was a neutral country. It technically wasn't. It's not like Ireland that doesn't get involved in anything. Ukraine still had a big army. Ireland has very, very little to defend itself, and it's very, very neutral in really everything. And didn't get involved. It hasn't gotten involved in much compared to other European countries. Like Switzerland would be dead neutral. Finland would be a bit more neutral too. But Ukraine wouldn't be the most neutral country in the world, if that makes any sense. So again, they did nothing wrong to be attacked, of course, but they're not neutral compared to Ireland and Ukraine, and what you compare to Finland and Switzerland. You're completely neutral countries. That don't get involved, but it's different compared to Ireland. Is different because they never was really involved in any of the war. But yeah, I do think we should keep them here. I do not send them, but keep them here. I do think we should keep them here. But because again, that's keeping neutrality. It's just keeping neutral, not sending weapons. And I don't think they would do any good, to be totally honest with you. Because I do think the United Kingdom, France, Germany, all them countries have given more equipment than is necessary. I don't even think this is necessary to give this equipment, because I think the European nations already, Germany, said ridiculous sum of military equipment, along with the United States, which is just sending equipment. Along with the UK, and obviously they have the biggest military industries in the world sending them weapons. It's Ireland's very, very little. Again, compared to the UK, probably in this terms of anti-tank weapons, they probably have 50,000, 60,000 of these in storage in the United Kingdom. Because again, they have a big industry in the United Kingdom too. But yeah, I don't think we should send any kind of weapons, and I would say to people, they control themselves, whoever's talking about this, because again, it is dangerous to be suggesting that we should send military weapons. We should just denounce the war and ask for peace, but not send weapons, because again, that's taking the side of one person, and that's endangering neutrality, by sending weapons. And particularly lethal weapons too. This is very, very lethal. It's alright if we were sending medication or something like that. That's a different kettle of fish. That's humanitarian aid. But this is military weapons to fight in the war. And compared to if we sent them medicine or food, then that's a humanitarian aid. And of course, there is people at the moment sending blankets and sending things for the Ukraine and things like that in this country, and sending food and things like that, sending money. And that's different compared to this for citizens in Ukraine that's fleeing the war to Poland and other countries. That's entirely fair. That's entirely fair. But sending weapons is a different kettle of fish than sending food and supplies to keep people going, to keep people alive, citizens only, children, women, compared to sending anti-tank weapons to fight in a war. That's endangering neutrality. That's crossing the line, if that makes sense. But yeah, hopefully sooner or later, there'll be a solution found to end the war. No, that's all I say. But yeah, that's all I say. I have to talk about other things later on. So yeah, bye.